What's up, guys? Welcome back to Humanities class. Okay, I'm here and I have a guest with me today. Our new 8-week-old little male puppy named Tucker. So I know I had shared in one of the past videos about a month ago that we had lost our other dog unexpectedly due to cancer. Anyway, yeah, thought I would. He was being kind of lonely and whimpering over there, so I was helping him. Like comforting him a little bit and including him on this very brief recording that I'm doing that'll tie into today's lesson. Now, we're hitting the world religion unit. We started with Western religions. We're looking at some of it from just kind of the overall perspective or just looking at religions in general, the history of them. So far, we've hit Judaism and Christianity. America, primarily by numbers and historically speaking, has been a Christian nation. Although America is also a big country and one of the most diverse countries in the world, being that we have so many immigrants that have come in. America is often described as a big melting pot. So here's the thing: the demographics and numbers have changed a lot in the last generation. Actually, what is kind of happening, if you look at the data, and I have several different videos that tie into this that I'm sharing on this lesson post. The amount of people that identify as religious or Christian is trending down. It's going down quite rapidly too. Now, it doesn't mean that a lot of people are leaving Christianity for, say, Judaism or Islam. Now, like Judaism, they don't really recruit for that religion. That's one of the reasons that there's a very small sliver of the global population is Jewish, whereas Christianity and Islam are both mammoth religions with, up in the billions of followers, where Judaism's like 14 million, so very small. But Christianity and Islam both do try to recruit and win people, to their team, their perspective in camp. But what we're seeing, Christianity is going down. Islam, we're getting more Muslim immigration into the country, but also there are a lot of Muslims internally that are just kind of leaving Islam once they have the freedom to do so in America. What's the cause of that? Who knows? There's a lot of different, things that get thrown out there. But it seems like the number of people that are identifying as atheist or agnostic. Remember, an atheist is you think there is no God, you don't believe in it. An agnostic is somebody, and I describe myself as an agnostic, somebody that's kind of open-minded and on the fence, like, man, I just don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't think you can prove it or disprove it either way. So, kind of by default, a lot of people would say agnostics fall more into the atheist camp. They're just kind of skeptics and doubters that are trying to keep an open mind. Anyway, the atheists and agnostics, their numbers are trending up pretty rapidly in America. The number of Christians or just religious people, theists in general, the people that believe in God, that's kind of trending down pretty sharply. What's the cause of that? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But one thing that we do see, and we've seen this in the past in Europe and other places around the world, that a lot of times the more modern a country gets, the more people have access to education, technology, having the internet, having a smartphone where you can Google and look up questions all the time in real time, very quickly and rapidly. That typically we see makes more people skeptical and doubtful of religion. That, like, a lot of times, you might believe, if you couldn't have gone and Googled or easily researched or read a book that was kind of poking holes in Christianity or Islam and a lot of the ancient stories or fables, or some people might call them mythology, you go back 100 years ago, it would be kind of hard to research that. And most people in the country identified as Christians. So in general, people just kind of go with the flow. But now that you can Google and research things in real time, that's kind of fanning the flames of skepticism, and it makes more people doubt religion. And then they can actually look up things really quickly that, like, the Bible or the Quran say, and a lot of it doesn't mesh real well with the modern mind, because remember, those books are ancient texts that tie into the ancient world. So a lot of the stuff just doesn't relate. And I think that has something to do with it too. So for today, this might have been a little bit rambling and aimless, but we're going to start up a new project that I'm going to post on a separate video either today or the beginning of next week. I plan to be covering Islam by next week. But the last thing I kind of wanted to hit, where we're wrapping up covering Christianity this week, was just looking at modern Christianity in America rather than anything from a historical perspective. And I have a few different videos that cover just kind of the downtrend in people that identify as Christians in America. Now, still, by far, that is the dominant religion in America, just in terms of numbers. That's not going to change anytime soon, but it seems like that number, that the overwhelming kind of majority of people that had identified as Christians, it's on the downtrend, and the numbers are changing pretty quickly. So check out the other videos I've attached, and I'm going to go take my puppy out for a potty break. See ya.